But what I want to do right now is recognize the fact that when we're putting an event together like this, to have the 80th floor of the Aon Center, or to bring in Coach Mike Ditka, it's a costly event. We really appreciate our sponsors who help us with that. And I would love to welcome to the stage, if I could please, from Retirement Funding Solution, Dan Stemen and Anne-Marie Harrison. Where are you? Where are you? Here we are. Come on up. Come on up. Thank you very much. This is, I will tell you that as we look at our brand, at our Shore Consulting brand, we were very particular about who we choose to work with, and I believe very strongly in what Retirement Funding Solutions represents, because, and I think you all should too, for those of you who are builders in the room, for those of you who are in that sector of real estate sales, you are missing sales. I'm just telling you right now, you're missing sales. And what I want to talk about here briefly is the opportunity of how to get incremental sales. What do we do to get the sales that we're not currently getting? So welcome, glad to have you here. Thank you very much, thank you. Let me get you a microphone over here, pardon me. As we think about the opportunity to be as effective as we can be, this is a different type of program because you're not your typical everyday lender, right?
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay, well, Retirement Funding Solutions specializes in a program. It's a purchase program for folks that are 62 and better that allows them to purchase that home in your community for as little as 50% down, or actually little as 40% down or less. It's an age-based lending program. So if you have a $300,000 price point and they come in and say, we're looking at $200,000, you have a solution for them as long as they're 62 and older. So it allows them to purchase a home without tying up their entire nest egg, and they do not have a monthly mortgage payment. The only mortgage you'll ever have with no mortgage payment.
Right. So how is this different from what we would typically call a reverse mortgage?
Well, the reverse mortgage has been around for 27 years. The HECM for purchase that we're talking about right now has only been available for about almost 7 years.
Yeah.
The traditional reverse mortgage you see on TV is where they already own their home, they have equity in their home, and they want to convert the equity to cash, and they don't want a payment. The HECM for purchase, home equity conversion mortgage, is what HECM stands for, is where you can actually put down 50% or less depending on your age and never have a payment. So the back end works the same way as a traditional reverse mortgage, but the front end is the opposite.
How do we get incremental sales out of this? It's one thing for somebody who's already got a wad of cash and they're coming in, but how do you get sales that otherwise we were going to miss?
Well, it happens quite a bit where someone comes into your community, and you can probably relate to this, and they want to buy your house, they want to live in your community, but they don't quite have they don't feel comfortable spending as much as maybe the new home is costing. So the incremental sales are going to come because you're going to capture buyers that you wouldn't otherwise have because of this financing program. And the other thing that happens quite a bit is they actually will buy more home than they intended to when they walked in. When you go to the options and they look at the options that are available to them, because they're paying 50 cents on the dollar, they have a new math in their head. You know, granted $6,000, well, it's $3,000 to me, add it on. You know, so the options will also cause incremental sales.
Right. And one of the things that gets confusing about this is that the common misconception is that when they put that loan on the property, that if something happens very soon thereafter, that you get the house back. That's not exactly the way it works, right?
Not at all.
Yeah.
The house is titled, when you use the HECM program, the house is titled in the buyer's names. When they pass, it passes to the estate. The estate just determines at that point, they sell the house, they pay off whatever the balance is. One crucial part, in a traditional mortgage, they make a payment every month, and that covers the interest. With the HECM program, the interest is simply accruing onto the mortgage balance. Okay, so the mortgage balance is growing over time. So the mortgage balance does not become due and payable till the last borrower vacates the home. And that would be selling the house, or if they're passing, it goes to their estate. The estate sells the house, pays off what's owed, and keeps the difference. If the mortgage balance is greater than the value of the property, which will happen about 15 years into the mortgage, the buyers nor the buyer's heirs are liable for that deficit. That is the key to this program. It is an FHA-insured mortgage which protects the buyer and the buyer's heirs. And that's what makes the program so great.
Right, absolutely. And you've been working with clients that are getting sales that otherwise they just were not going to capture. But you're also working with clients where people are buying much more home than they thought they could and still having no payment.
Exactly.
It works out for everybody.
Middle income to millionaires use this program. And I know sometimes you don't want to convert a cash buyer to a mortgage buyer, but believe me, they'll greatly appreciate your recommending the
It's
program.
better for their lifestyle.
Yeah,
It's a better
exactly.
life by the time they're done.
Exactly.
Great. You're going to be around all day long, and I
Yes.
know there are brochures at the table. Thank you
Yes.
so much for
You're
being here.
welcome.
Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.